Made the first pick Pantheon. Kanavi's going to be okay this game. I think my beef with Pantheon has been you have to be able to win the front line. The fact that he has an Alistar or Jace, it's going to be tanky enough where Pantheon can go in and function. I think it can be tough in. His bot lane has been really doing their best to push heavily, and Kanavi at level 3 is going to be the stronger jungler right now. So I think him finding Beishwan could be quite nice.
And we're already seeing Cream get some push here. There's the power of that early game rise now on this new patch, and Kanavi jumps over the wall with the blast cone and will steal away that Raptor or that Wolf camp. But now could be collapsed upon here as the bot lane of BLG is going to be here first. Kanavi is in some trouble right now. He's able to flash towards Cream, and Cream's going to go forward with the Rune Prison of his own. The Comet Spear from downtown will secure first blood for TES.
Knight being level 2 made a difference in Kanavi.
Able to Dragon Timer with Beishwan now into that bottom side jungle once again, but it could be a dive. In effect, is on again, doesn't have a flash, gonna get jumped on here by Kanavi.
Cream's here.
And here comes the knockup again. Chris gonna take the entirety of that turret aggro. First Unbreakable doing so much and allowing for Elk to pick himself up a double kill, and Kanavi's trapped underneath the tier 1 turret. Not gonna find the Ezreal. It's a tower shot will take him down. Not a good play from Top Esports there as BLG finds 3 kills.
That's a terrible play. They lost their damn mind, Grapes. What are they doing with the dive? They didn't drop the aggro. So when Chris went back in, I'm okay if he's going in the like pretty much sell himself to make the play, but the aggro didn't drop. It didn't reset on the minions, so it was fully heated up. Cream got gunned down with 2 turret shots, and that lead for Top Esports. That's not the full court press we're used to seeing, as they kind of fumbled in the backcourt there.
It was an 8-second violation, yeah.
They turned it over to the backcourt. Yeah.
They spent way too long going for that play. And again, Elk didn't even have to burn a summoner spell to now pick up 2 kills for himself. And now head over to the mid lane as the Weaver's Wall is coming out from Knight. Target could be Crisp, who does not have the flash. However, they're actually buying a lot of time for Kanavi to arrive. Crisp will be taken down as Elk goes on a killing spree here early in game number 1. And there's nothing Kanavi can do about it.
That's the other thing. We didn't even talk about where that gold went. It went into the pockets of Elk as they make the play.
The Knight's not going to be able to do any damage on him with the Aegis being up.
I think it's enough, though, just with the positioning they have in the waves, where they're going to hit this and melt it. As, okay, TP coming in. This Dragon's going to go over, but you got to believe there's a fight coming in after.
It's a little too late for Kanavi to be jumping in. Chris gonna try to find the engage, but it's matched by the arcane shift from Elk. And in goes Cream, but he might have sent 369 to his doom with the Realm Warp. As his 5 members strong for Top Esports, gonna be able to knock in Beishwan and take him down. And a 2-man pulverize does come through from Chris with the Unbreakable Will on top of him. But now Bin is here, the Equalizer separating the fight, and Jackie Love's able to get a kill onto Elk, and Kanavi flashes under the tower to get a kill onto On. So far a 2-for-1 in favor of Top Esports. Knight forced to flash away, and Bin running for the hills as well. Top Esports get the fight, but the Dragon goes to Bilibili.
Yeah. Hold on. We're hunting?
We know that he's in the bush. Are we going to spot out Knight? Oh, Weaver's Wall comes down. It gets canceled, though, and the Comet Spear takes him down. Kanavi with kill number 4 in this game.
And that just might be the Herald dropped, as Chris is going to have to reset. And yeah, it looks like Top Esports returning to some of these waves.
Oh, and look at On trying to cancel some of the bases as well. Making sure that Top Esports don't have the opportunity to reset. Also, don't want to go for the fight either. The Weaver's Wall going to block him in. Actually send Chris into the pit. Kanavi not going to be able to get over there. So it is Beishwan securing himself the Rift Herald. Cream doing some damage into the front line. Locket already popped by On. Here goes the ball breaker forward. Jackie Love has been collapsed upon. The Realm Warp is going to send Chris into the Pulverize. Doesn't find a single target. Now Bin on the back line. Going to be collapsed upon by Cream. He has a lot more HP and a lot more work to deal with. But on the other side of the fight, it's BLG winning out. And Bin's going to yeet himself out with the teleport and say, CY at sign, baby. Beishwan forcing his way underneath the tier 1 turret. Kanavi at 200 health, and Top Esports mid jungle in a severe amount of trouble here.
Oh my god, Chad Gigabin is back in a way that I wasn't expecting. The TP out. What was that? Cream's going down too as the TP coming in. That's not going to save Cream in time. BLG, they find the objective in the fight win off of a really hectic fight from Top Esports where Elk was able to just beat fight actually, and then Bin just 1v3. Able to zone out the rest of Top Esports, and then I was like, is that a spectator bug? What's going on? No, he hit the yeet button. He's out of there, man. Get me back to the turret. Bin was calculated.
As well as the Trinity Force, I mean, we've already seen the amount of poke damage he was able to do onto Crisp to start that fight before the Rift Herald was initially aggroed, and now we're going to see maybe some more power from Elk as everybody collapsing upon Jackie Love and taking the Kaisa down in the mid lane.
I got to say, I know that we kind of put up spotlight on Jackie Love as a player that, I mean, one of the best ADs that LPL has to offer, but hasn't been the form that we're used to seeing from Jackie Love. That last fight, he burned both the summoner spells for really nothing. So seeing him get locked up there by a good Vitalia play from Beishwan and Knight, Well played by BLG, but that play pretty easy to make when JackeyLove is down flash, down cleanse.
And, you know, the cooldown might be a little bit longer on the cease and desist compared to just the jump forward here for Kanavi, but the value all the same, as we saw JackeyLove get melted before he could do anything about it. Now BLG, they took the top lane tier 1, and it looks like they're going to try to continue the play here as Top Esports go forward with the Grand Starfall from Kanavi, and it results in 369 picking up a big shutdown.
Beishwan, he ditched the team in. That was the right call. Good play to give a mid-control with Elk having the late base. And we're going to have to see. They're going to pull this one fast. No one's behind them yet.
Again, it's the soul picked up for BLG if they can secure this dragon, but Kanavi wants to make sure that does not happen. The Grand Starfall already being issued, but the seismic shove does connect onto Cream, who's already half HP. There's a cease and desist. It's on a JackeyLove, but he killer instincts away. The soul secured for Bilibili Gaming, but can they win the fight? It looks like they will. Off of Knight's seismic shove, finding two more members. Cream's the last remaining survivor. It is a 5-for-0 ace as Bilibili Gaming grasp control of game number 1.
What a mess of a team fight from BLG. Both junglers weren't even in the pit to smite down the soul, but Beishwan was playing for the fight, and he played it damn well, as Knight in the back half was the shining light for BLG. That's an Ocean Soul secured, an Otacon secured, and surely a game 1 that is too big to break if you're Top Esports.
And the scaling is good for Top, but I don't know if it's going to be enough against an Ocean Soul and Otacon, and now a 3,000 gold lead here for Bilibili Gaming.
The hottest Cream, as he gets stuck early on. And yeah, I mean, Kanavi got in there, but just wasn't able to connect it with a smite. And we got to return to live. Beishwan, he doesn't have ult, doesn't have flash. He might be going down. TP coming in.
Oh, Bin's here, though. Beishwan's still alive. It forces the flash out of 369, and that's going to be the signal of his demise as the teleports came in from Knight, and Bin was here as well, resulting in that 1-for-1 trade that you're going to take so far. If you're BLG, Cream still looking to go forward. The flash in onto Knight is not enough. And Knight is going to survive, and JackeyLove is now 1v1ing Bin with a 3-level disadvantage, and it's going to be BLG gaining control once again. 2 aces in 2 goddamn minutes for BLG.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Top's flipping, and those flips not coming up their way. They take down the newest member of BLG in Beishwan, but BLG going to take a whole hell of a lot more than that. I mean, man, take an inventory of this game, Grapes. It feels like JackeyLove has been pretty invisible.
Hasn't done too much. I mean, he got a couple of early kills on the Kai'Sa, like in the mid lane there, but starting off from that dive, really setting himself up for failure there, as Elk has had his more aggressive picks with more agency that he hasn't actually been as strong as the JackeyLove that we know and love for the most part. And that's been one of the big reasons why Top Esports has maybe not looked as strong here so far in the splits. It's going to be 369 going down again. Kanavi going to basically ult straight to his downfall here. As BLG find 2 more kills, and this game's getting out of hand quick.
That was you see Top Esports, they're throwing a couple curveballs at BLG to try and win this one, but not looking like there's any hope here this game 1. As, again, just kind of wait until the Fat Lady sings, a.k.a. the Elder Dragon's going to spawn to the buck 50, and Baron Buff going to be in tow for BLG as they try and take that one down. JackeyLove going to get a pity prize in the bot lane. That's a lot of gold, thanks to the pity prize, but oh, nice. That's going to be a lot more gold going to BLG.
To injury there. Yeah, Elk's going to now have a 3-level lead over JackeyLove as Top Esports are getting collapsed upon in their own base and need to do something about it, otherwise the game will just end on its own. But it looks like the game's going to end nonetheless, as it is Kanavi getting chunked out and taken down by Knight for the first casualty in the fight. Chris going forward. It's going to be the killer instinct from JackeyLove looking to find some sort of trade, as they do find the kill on a Beishwan, and Bin is a little bit collapsed upon right now, but Knight's just too dang strong in this mid lane. On this Talia pick, it's going to be 2 inhibitors going down with the Baron buff in hand, and it could be more soon as the seismic shove does find JackeyLove. Rylai's having an immediate impact here on this new patch. Elk going forward, looking for the finishing touches here on this game number 1, and there's nothing that the soul laners of TES can do about it. In 28 minutes, it is BLG into the base of Top, and looking for revenge off of playoffs last year, looking to repeat what happened in the regular season. As into the Nexus they go, it'll be a game 1 victory for BLG on red side of all places.
A great game from BLG.